Spy plane standing by. Ready to jam enemy radar. Napalm strike awaiting orders. Spy plane ready for deployment.
He's down.
Whenever you apologize to some people after making a mistake or saying something you didn't mean to, or saying something that came off the wrong way, you usually apologize to them right away and tell them it wasn't your intention and such. But even when you do the right thing of apologizing, you're not always gonna get forgiveness in return. What's up, guys? Magic Navs here, and bringing to you some Flamethrower gameplay on Black Ops 1. And yeah, hope you enjoy that. So, as part of being a human, we all make mistakes. That's just part of being a human. Now, whenever we make mistakes, the first thing we should always be doing is apologizing to the person and making it clear that that wasn't your intention of whatever you did. Now, there are some cases of where it's completely understandable of why someone wouldn't forgive you over a mistake that you've made, especially if it was a big, like a terrible mistake or just a terrible decision that you might have done, you know. But in other cases, you know, especially if you have AS or Asperger's, much like I do, sometimes the lines of what's right and what's wrong just isn't as clear. And so, especially if you're someone like me who suffers with AS or Asperger's, it's just not easy to draw the line and recognize what's appropriate and not appropriate, and or what's the right and wrong thing to say, you know. And this is something that just makes living with Asperger's that much more frustrating and annoying and depressing sometimes. You know, it sucks. And even when you uphold to your wrongdoing and you apologize, you say sorry and everything, some people just aren't forgiving that easily. And the thing and this is after many years of trial and error and failed friendships and relationships with people that I once knew or still know, but I'm just not like friends with them anymore, is that, you know, you can't expect forgiveness from everyone. I know that might seem like a pretty obvious thing, but the fact is that we're always expected to admit to our wrongdoings and apologize to it. But one of the things we may forget at times whenever we make a mistake, again, especially if you're someone like me who suffers AS, is that it's not always easy for the person, or more or less, we shouldn't expect everyone that we come across to forgive us, because, you know, depending on the person, you know, they may not be as easy to forgive to someone like us. And truth of the matter is that if the person that you are apologizing to isn't willing or sincere enough to understand that it was a human error on your part and that you were willing to admit your wrongdoing, then that person really isn't your true friend, or isn't sincere enough to admit that we're all human, we all make mistakes, we all sometimes say things that aren't appropriate or do things that are wrong. You know, sometimes when you realize who they truly are whenever you make a mistake, that's when you really come to understand whether or not it was worth your time with that person. That's not to say, that person is bad or anything, but probably not the person that you would want to have a friendship or relationship of any sorts with. Just a food for thought for you. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are in the comments below, because especially for someone like myself who suffers from AS, it's really not easy to recognize what is appropriate or not appropriate, and you feel really bad whenever you do make a mistake and you apologize for it, but people are just aren't always willing to forgive you whenever you do things like that. Thanks for listening to the commentary, guys. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Peace out.